The real estate market's a food chain. You cannot build a small little apartment for a student and not impact the luxury homes market. There is a cause and effect and a ripple throughout. So when we study the market, even though I only specialize in single family homes, I know a good bit about the student housing market because I know of its impact. And years ago, we alerted our builders to the fact that a lot of the competition for them would be investment properties on the west side that were being converted to for sale properties, because we saw thousands and thousands of student housing permits in Wall Street taking over the student housing industry in every market in the U.S. What that's done is taken a lot of our local investors from long-term home ownerships or investment ownership over by the universities to where now they're fighting vacancy issues. Okay, so as their units are vacant, they're less desirable as investments, they decide to put them back on the for sale market. So the for rent market and the for sale market are attached. 5,000 some odd units creates a loss of about 2,000 units in the for rent market that need to go through the for sale market. So we call it our West Side story and said, watch as the West Side starts to transform into a first-time home buyer and a young family market again. And that's what it was. That's where I grew up, was on the Northwest Side, and it was a young family market. And then it, over the course of 30, 40 years, kind of became a student market. Well, the tide's rolling back towards Tennessee Street, and we're going to see those areas open up. So the impact of that has been appreciation rates. That number one appreciating neighborhood I showed was St. Louis Ridge on the northwest side of town. It's appreciated 35% this year. Well, several of the communities on the northwest side are over 20% already this year. Hey, homes are supposed to go up 3.5% a year. That's the normal appreciation rate over long term. When they go up 30 some odd percent in 7 months, that's not healthy. It's exciting, it's fun if you own one, but it's not healthy. It's going to make a lot of these homes very hard to afford, and then when interest rates start to rebound towards their historical normal levels, it's really going to blow things out. So, going back, why are we building so much multifamily? Well, part of it is long-term cycle. You know, we've seen a 50-year shift in multifamily to single family has now reversed, and for about 20 years we're kind of heading back towards a multifamily. I think home ownership rates got up to 70, 71%. We're seeing home ownership rates drop below 50% again. Long-term cycles in U.S. population movement. Okay, but also multifamily is what every community builds when you can no longer afford to build single family. Okay, unless we get a dotcom company that comes in because of our maglab or something, we're a government community. We don't anticipate any time in the next 10 years where government salaries are going to double. We just don't see that coming. But we do anticipate mortgage interest rates going up. So what's going to happen when you've got a market where you can only build at $400,000 and up when you start looking at new land, okay? And interest rates return to their 50-year average, which is double our current interest rates, and yet salaries at that point might be up 10%. Okay, we're going to see some pressure on the market. You're going to see a lot more multifamily, and it's not because that's what our consumer wants, although there is a good solid market for it. It's because that's all you can give them. That's why when you go to Manhattan, you don't walk around and see a bunch of single-family homes on Times Square. The dirt's too valuable. It's all very vertical. We're going to start seeing vertical in Tallahassee because our dirt's valuable.